Hey, 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 how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share this and I'm gonna come back. Give me a second. Okay, so let's carry on. So there's a heck of a lot of voices, or a lot of, well, there's not enough. There's not a heck of a lot of voices out there speaking positivity, speaking life and hope and joy into the world. Oh, I wonder if you can hear me because it's quite windy actually at the moment. Maybe I should have stayed indoors. But I was just speaking to someone on the phone actually, dude, and he just gave me he just said this thing. He was like, he just doesn't feel that he wants to start his own business, doing his own thing. And he doesn't feel there's enough voices in the marketplace right now, or in the world even, speaking life, speaking positivity, speaking truth. And it's true. And that sentence he gave me there, because I had all kinds of ideas for what I was going to talk about today on this wonderful Church of RNK live stream, which reminds me, this is the Church of RNK. I am Rosemary, Nonny Knight. Wonderful to have you here with me. Do say hello, and share, or tag somebody else in, okay? If you've been in my world for any length of time, you know it will help somebody else, so tag them in. Or share it, or just tell me who you are. I want to know. I want to speak to you guys. But it's like, there are not enough voices. Sometimes people get into their mind, into their hearts, into their heads that there's too many people doing what they want to do. That they have these ideas of things that they would like to do, and it's like, who am I to do it? Because there's 20 million other people out there in the marketplace all doing the same kind of thing as me. But I say, and I keep saying, there is a reason you're here. No one at all has been through the same things that you've been through in exactly the same way. For goodness sake, you could even be a twin and have gone through what seems to be exactly the same stuff, you and your twin brother or sister or whatever, and you will still come away from that situation completely differently. Basically, hey Kian, how you doing? Lovely to have you here today. You will still come away from that same situation having looking at this. It's like when I look at my siblings, particularly my sister, we grew up mostly closely together, but we see life so completely differently. And it's all because of the way I perceived things, the way she perceived things. And so the way I would bring my story, my history, my experience into the marketplace, it's going to be so completely different from the way my sister would. And we lived in the same home. We went through the same stuff. We saw armed robbers coming around, shooting people. We saw all of that. We had the same father who had the same accident that left his spinal cord severed and all of that stuff. We had all that same stuff, but we've come out of the situations completely differently. So when people say to me, oh, but the marketplace is full, and who am I to put myself, who cares what I have to say? You know what? I ask myself that question sometimes, but then most of the time these days it's just like, and who are you not to? Basically, who are you not to? Let me ask you that question. I think it was Marianne Williamson or something that said that first. Who are you not to let your light shine? Or maybe even Jesus said it first. Let your light shine. Basically, you have something inside of you. Love this message and thank you for sharing your story. Who am I not to? Absolutely. Who are you not to share? It's just because look at the world. Seriously, let's all. If you look at the world, okay, I'm very much for looking for abundance and looking for all the great, amazing things and seeing the potential of what can be on this planet. But you know what? It will remain potential until each individual one of us steps up and starts to live to the fullness of our potential. Because that is how the world, the planet, actually reaches its own potential. It is when the inhabitants of this planet decide that, you know what, we're not going to play small any longer. We are waking up to the fact that we are born for more. There are not enough voices saying this stuff. There's not enough voices speaking life to people around them, to their communities, to all of that stuff. All we have is, big leaders out there, which, you know what, there's nothing wrong with them. They are speaking. So if you have any kind of thing against any of your leaders, or as in government officials or politicians, let me just tell you right now, they are speaking. Where is your voice? Where is your voice? Hello, Mustafa. Let me see what Kian said here. I'm writing Secret Mermaid Stuff book and just came up with this thought about how we see each other. Can it be a sea of connection to really see and be seen? It starts with the sea in your heart. Cool. Excellent. Hello again, Mustafa. I am Mustafa. Okay, you're from Morocco. I always enjoy how spontaneous you express. I know. I only have one line and then I just start talking from inside of my heart, which is why it sounds really spontaneous, because it is. And Kian, I agree, not enough voices. No, there isn't. There isn't. There's too many voices telling us about all the things that are dire and sad and wrong and how everything is horrible and we're all going down the pot, basically. And you know what? The truth is, we will unless we wake up. Unless we each wake up. I always think, when people are telling me about how resources on the planet are being run down and this and that and the other, I just think the only reason why that is happening is because somebody somewhere amongst the 7 point God knows what billion people on the planet is not quite living to their fullness yet. And so therefore the hidden secret of how to solve these problems is hidden inside of someone who is probably stuck in a life telling themselves, I cannot do this, there's too many other people doing this, or there's too many this, or there's too many the other. And it's just like, no, we can no longer say that stuff. There's a reason you're here. There is a design to you being here. There is a purpose to your life. And you know it. You just sometimes can't completely believe it. You sometimes, please come visit my country. Yeah, honey, you invite me, get a few people around, I'm coming, honey. I want to go around all the places, speaking to people, waking them up. That is part of my big plan. So you get a few people together, you contact me, I will sort something out. Between us, we can sort something out. I'm always happy. Basically, to come and do something with you guys. But yes. We have to wake up. Each one of us has to wake up to what we're here to do. And instead of saying, oh, who am I to do that? Yeah, as I said earlier, who are you not to do it? Supposing you are the only voice that somebody in your realm of influence, you're the only person that they would listen to. Supposing that you are the only one whose energy really resonates with somebody around you. And it doesn't even matter what your product is, whether it's books or music or art or an actual physical product or whatever, or service that you're delivering, the message that you bring, that can be part of your marketing. It's like, okay, yes, I talk about a heck of a lot of stuff here. So most of the time, it's not really completely business related. It is about you waking up and your mindset and all of that stuff. But when it comes down to it, yeah, I want to help you put a business around it for sure. Because yeah, you can be talking forever. Anybody can jump on Facebook. It's like I was saying to this dude I was just speaking to, that anybody can jump on Facebook and start doing a live and all of that. And you can get your voice out there. And a lot of spiritual people particularly, they do, some people do. Most people kind of have this fear around actually speaking. But for those that really feel passionate, they do put themselves out there. But then they don't ask for the person on the other end to do a swap of energy. They feel almost guilty about asking for, hey, this is how I can help you. This is what I have for you. Now let's do a swap of energy. You've received something from me. Now it's time for you to give. That's how it becomes a lot more, what you're saying to them becomes a bit more lodged inside of them when they have done an equal swap with you. So in some ways, honeys, I don't even know how I got here, but if you do not ask people to do that swap, you're not even doing them a service. Yes, the wake, another confirmation. I talk a lot at the wake. There's so many mermaid metaphors about living a creative life. Thank you for being awake. Absolutely. We're waking up, aren't we? I'm definitely awake, that's for sure. And we need to spread this awakeness to the world. And guys, you will not be able to do it unless you learn to put some kind of system, business around it. This is it. Everyone you listen to, maybe because you guys, if you're listening to me, you are that kind of a person who probably does listen to people like Marianne Williamson. I've never actually listened to her, I must admit. But I just love that one quote. I just think it's such a powerful quote. Who are you not to? There's a whole lot more to it, but that one line, how dare you think you are small? You are not small. And out comes my princess coming to say hello. Still wearing her onesie. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hello. Yes, my honey. Do I? Oh, you mean my plantain crisps? Yes, you may. You may. She's come to ask for crisps. Anyway. Guys, there is not enough voices. You do have to put a system around it, or else you won't. It's just not possible to last. Because how on earth? Yes, how on earth will you look after yourself? Then you're trying to fit your actual purpose, your actual ministry, your actual service in between the cracks of your life. because you have to do the thing you don't really want to do to, you know, make money and look after your children. Thank you, honey. She is a beautiful child for sure. Instead of actually making it your whole life. And it can be your whole life. You sharing your message, you serving people, and creating wealth for you and yours and your family and all of that stuff, so you're able to do more of the stuff that you dream about. It can be your life. But you, one, have to believe that it's possible. Two, you have to be willing to do what it takes over and over again until it takes, instead of giving up because it didn't work immediately in 3 seconds, basically, which is what I used to do all the time. It was like I dabbled so much at all kinds of different things. Before I had my children, before I went bankrupt, I was a dabbler. I knew that I was here for a reason. I knew there was something I was here to do. And I did it in a small way in my church environment and all of that, but I was scared. I was scared really to go any bigger than that, because I just thought, oh, I need permission, and maybe I'm too proud really, and you know, there's 20 million other people out there doing it, and let me just be a pharmacist over here because it's comfortable. But it wasn't the thing that I was here to do. And I still think about the amount of time I wasted doing that. Of course, hindsight is a fine thing. I can look at my life now and realize, oh my gosh, I could have been doing this ages and ages and ages ago. And in fact, if I'd started before children, how much more time would I have had? Basically. But you know what? It's part of the journey. And it's part of your journey. Where you are right now is where you are. Speaking to a dude today, is 50 he is this year. I've worked with clients who are in their 60s because they finally wake up to the fact that the life that they've been living to that moment wasn't all they could be. And they're willing suddenly to actually step up. For some of y'all, you're not that old yet. And it doesn't really matter how old you are. Because if you commit, if you decide that, you know what, the world does need my voice. And yet, you will sound as if you're being proud to begin with. But funny, be proud. Be proud of the fact that you're still standing, despite some of the stuff you've gone through. Seriously. Be proud of it. And I'm not saying, you know, be aggressive and horrible and, oh, no, that's not the point. But I am proud of the fact that I'm still standing. Yes, I am. I used to think that because I felt like, you know what, I've come through a lot and I'm still standing, that, you know what, God won't use me. God won't allow me to, you know, get my message out because it would be horrible because I'm too proud. I used to think that. And so I'd hold myself back, wait for my pastor or somebody to come and tell me that I was now ready. Until I finally woke up to the fact that, you know what, your vision is your permission. The vision I've had in my heart forever has always been the permission to move. And Spirit, God was waiting for me to finally wake up to the fact that He wasn't telling me to wait. I was telling myself to wait. And yes, I can figure this stuff out. And Kian says, I have 2 messages. The one for families with kids is mystery. Please take a peek at my Facebook page. There are songs for wonderful mamas like you. Oh, mystery. Okay, cool. I hope you find inspiration in a story or... Oh, no, something is happening. I don't want it to disappear. Or a song. Cool. I'm proud I'm still standing. Yes, be proud of it. Wow, the vision is the permission. Yes, the vision is the permission. The vision is the permission. It took me so long to realize that. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and thinking that, I don't know, that there would be, I don't know, some kind of other voice from the heaven that would finally say, you know what, Rosemary, now you're ready. No, the voice had already spoken. All I needed to do was actually decide, you know what? I am ready. I am ready. I am now going to start speaking my message. Ooh, I think my second child has come back from camping. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen her in like 3 days or something. I'm going to bring this to a close. It felt really weird to not have my middle daughter in the house. It felt strangely weird, actually. I should just come back. But this is it, guys, okay? I do want to invite you to Purpose Driven Profits because there is space for your voice. There is a place for you in the world right now to start doing the thing that you even want to do, for goodness sake. You want to do it. So why do I even have to tell you this? And I get it because I lived it, as I said. But now we want to up-level, guys. We don't want to keep waiting for someone to give us permission. We now want to say, you know what? This thing has been bugging at me for a while. It's time for me to do something around it. I'm not completely sure how it's going to work, but I need to do something around it. Or maybe you've already started. But now it's time to actually, you know, level up. Level up. There's something about being in an environment with other people, with myself. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm not sorry, actually. I'm very sure that if you work with me, things will change for you. There is something about working with me. There's something about being in the environment that I've created in the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Club that will change you. That will change the way, the results you're getting. It will change the way you act around your business, even if you're already in business. If you're not already in business, then I will help you get started. In Purpose-Driven Profits, I will help you sort out what you need to do, put it all together and all of that stuff, map it out, blah, 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 basically. I will help you within the Deliberate Millionaire to do that, as well as the fact that we're going to be getting on the phone every single week for the next 8 weeks. Every single week for the next 8 weeks. We'll be getting on the phone live so that you can ask any questions you have. We can look at your stuff. You can have a hot seat. Don't miss this opportunity. There are not enough voices speaking, and there is a way to wrap your message, your voice around a product, a service, something that you can deliver of value to the world. There is a way to do it, but sometimes you can't see what you can't see because you've never done it before. And for me, that was my story for a very long time. I couldn't really figure out how it was all supposed to work, so I went with property. When I finally got over my internal crazy and decided, well, I'm at the bottom anyway, I may as well start something. So I went with property because it seemed more tangible, but it wasn't the thing I was supposed to be doing either, so I had to make another transition. But again, if you don't know what you don't know, you don't know. You work with me, I've worked with a lot of people. I can help you figure out what is going to work around your message, because your message needs to be heard. And not just in the crevices of your life when you have a few moments that you can fit it in, no. And this needs to become your life. Look at my awesome child. How was it? Oh, so lovely, lovely, lovely to have you back. It felt really weird not to have you. My goodness. Oh. Honey, 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 child.
Love you.
I love you so much too. I'll come and say hello properly in a minute, okay? You have told me all about it. Anyway, I'm going to go. Okay, guys, I would love to invite you to join me for Purpose-Driven Profits. I've put the link in there right there. I'm sorry, I'm going to bring this to a very quick close because, as I said, my daughter's just come home and I really want to catch up with her because she's been away since Friday. The first time ever to have her away from us. It was weird to be a family of 4. Anyway, guys, join Purpose-Driven Profits. I know you may have questions, in which case, you know what? Reach out. Put a comment below that you would like to have a chat with me. I'll have a conversation with you, okay? And we can figure out you and whether this is appropriate for you. The chances are it is, but, you know, I know that sometimes when you're not sure, you're not sure. Let's have a conversation then, okay? You can go over to rosemarynonnynight.com/freedom session and go and book in for a conversation with me, okay? Make sure you do it soon, though, because, as I said, we're starting this on Thursday. It will never be this cheap again to have 4 live calls with me every single month. Well, for the first 2 months, for the 8 weeks that we're doing this program together, I'm never going to do it at this price again, ever. But for right now, because I'm committed to those that will act fast, okay? You go and we work together quite closely. I know it's over group calls and things like that and in a group, but it's still quite close because we'll be speaking to each other every single week. And you'll be getting the training every single week, all of that stuff. And you'll be in the Deliberate Millionaire as well. So it's like a blanket of support. So it's not just you trying to work out some program on your own. This is us working it out together. And sometimes that is just the magic that you need. So rosemarynonnynight.com/PDP. Go and have a look at it. Make sure you've convinced yourself that you're making the right, you're taking the right move by not moving. I hope you are. Well, if you don't, as in, what am I saying? I'm saying go and have a look at the page so that you don't make the mistake of not moving because you thought something. You made an assessment. Oh my God, I can't do that. No, go and have a look so that you're sure before you make a decision, okay? And thank you so much, souls. Make you all for sharing it. Thank you. Guys, I would love you to share this video. I would also love you to go and have a look at the page. Guys, it's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live because you absolutely want to. I'm going to say hello to my princess properly. Much love. Remember, there is space for your voice. Do not keep telling yourself a lie about the fact that nobody needs to hear you. Do not keep listening to the self-doubt that says that you can't figure it out, because you can, and I will definitely help you if you will make some steps to own your vision. I will help you. Can you see my washing in the background there? My awesome lady put it all out this morning, and she kept trying to remind us to make sure we take it in if it rains. I'm really bad for such things. Anyway, much love, my honeys. Going to see my princess right now. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you were born to live because you absolutely want to. Much love.